it's going to be a hell of a match. We've got Hunter Jones, who wrestled for Glenville State, also wrestled for WVU, coming out Butch Hiles Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Versus Jacob Alderson, who's coming to us from California, and who is a 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu player and a wrestler from California too. So a very evenly matched bout.
This is a fun matchup.
Yeah,
talking to Jacob Alderson before this match, I knew nothing about him. He's serious. He's got a great attitude about jiu-jitsu. I asked him, why do you do jiu-jitsu? He said, why not do jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
He said, it's great.
He's, as Joe Rogan puts it, he's one of those nerd assassins, right? No offense, Jacob.
This next match is a no-gi Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu match at 160 pounds, expert level. Fighting out of the Bridgeport, out of Butch Hiles Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Charleston, West Virginia, ladies and gentlemen, Hunter Jones. Out of the red corner, we have, out of Ground Zero, Morgantown, West Virginia, Jacob Alderson.
Who's an excellent leg locker. And they also, almost switched that. It was beautiful. Except you can already see the high-level wrestling. This is, again, I hate to always talk about the stuff I can't do, but man, every time I'm super impressed.
It's jealousy. I can't stand it. I really can't. I never was a good wrestler.
No, it's amazing to watch that, Because they are two separate things. You can be great at jiu-jitsu and suck at wrestling, right? And vice versa. So to see somebody be able to put it all together is amazing.
Well, that's what impresses me about Hunter Jones. He doesn't look like a wrestler. When you see him roll in the gym, look
at this. He can switch this to a triangle, but he's coming out the back door. He's gonna better watch his feet, as we know he's the leg locker, and Jacob's already looking for those. See him?
It's a weird spot that he ended up in.
It is, yeah. And there was not much he could do with it, but at least he was trying.
It's almost like reverse donkey guard.
Yes, exactly right. Jeff Glover style, huh? Already we've seen the action. A lot of people are expecting this to go to overtime. So we'll see. It's, once these guys get into leg lock position, it's going to be interesting to see what happens if they nullify each other or not.
You can see Jacob Alderson can wrestle.
He sure can.
Out of the gate. We know how talented Hunter Jones is. That was the big question mark. How good of a wrestler is Jacob Alderson? We say he's passing with flying colors.
Absolutely.
We may see another match like the Czar Parrish match.
It might be, yes, because they're going to jockey for takedowns. These aren't guys that are probably going to jump guard, right? And I think a lot of it goes through ego, too. It's like, look, you can wrestle. Let's do something with it. I'm not going to sit down. Let's see who's the better wrestler.
Well, Colin Caprini, you said you spoke to him before the fight. I said, Jacob Alderson's a guy everybody's sleeping on right now.
Absolutely. And I know how good Colin is. He's one of the best here in West Virginia, especially at leg lock. So is Lee Keaton. And he told me that Jacob gives them the best rounds that they have. So that's huge praise.
Knee bar entry
Absolutely,
here.
Yeah.
From Jacob Alderson, and now he abandons it, ends up on top of Hunter Jones.
Hunter escaped the knee, did a really good job there. But as I think you said in your interview, Hunter's not afraid to go to guard. Say, look, he used that as an easy reversal for him, but most wrestlers will not do that. And that's why we have
a crafty move by Jones, because he was having trouble taking Alderson down on the feet. Now he's got him on his back.
Yeah. And that's why we have high hopes for Hunter, because he is a guy that's willing to work on his weaknesses and things that a lot of times when we have wrestlers come in, they'll be like, I just hate being on my back. And we're like, I get it. That's why you should be there.
That's kind of the tree I was barking up when I asked him about it, because a lot of wrestlers, you see it, they can't stand being on their back, and they don't know what to do then.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll see it in MMA. You'll see a really talented wrestler. When they're on top, they're dominant. Then they end up on their back and they look a little lost.
Yeah, look at Jacob there. He's getting us in there, but here comes a reverse triangle.
He's in a weird spot here if he can shove that foot off his head. But Hunter's going to come back up on top and end up in the better spot. And Hunter has a wicked darts choke. I'm just looking for him to shoot it.
Good Peruvian necktie.
He caught me with that Peruvian necktie.
Yeah, this is, again, super high level. They are all over each other as far as the wrestling goes, jockeying for position.
And that necktie is such a sneaky choke.
Yes.
Because you'll feel safe. Like, you know the Darce is coming. You know that the guillotine's
Look
coming.
at that
and you
octopus
defend it.
guard there by Jacob there. That's fancy. Look, and he came out. Nice. That's a move you see Craig Jones
Good
use a lot.
job.
Hunter's going to try to shake him off, and he did, and he comes on top.
This is a hell of a match.
Yeah, that's high-level stuff. Like
Already
you said,
more eventful, though, than Hunter and Czar, because
Yes.
more is happening.
well, the other, Czar had 20 pounds on Hunter, too. Like, I think we see an evenly weighted match where now they're all over the place, instead of a more powerful match as Czar and Hunter
We
had.
saw an even bigger stalemate in the wrestling with Czar. Like,
Absolutely.
neither guy wanted to give up that position off their back. You see here, though, these guys are willing to work off their back.
Look at Jacob now is content to sit and look for some legs, and I love it.
That's the difference.
Yeah, look at that
Because
guard
Czar,
pass.
as soon as Czar ended up on his back,
He's looking
was
for
back
Darce,
up.
and he gave it up. Yeah. But see how he hides his head, Jacob? He hides his head there, doesn't leave himself open for anything, and he's able to kind of suck Hunter in over his head, so he's landing that a lot. But oddly enough, Hunter's content to go over his head a lot of times and
So
just
him
come out
hanging
back
on the
door.
leg there, trying to
Yeah.
wrestle, that's what's stopping that Darce. That's
Yeah.
what's stopping that Peruvian.
Yeah, he's keeping it in so deep that you can't really get a bite on the neck.
Good job here.
He's going to use the cage and walk up again. Keep the back against the cage.
Excellent work by Hunter Jones.
Yeah.
So he was in a deep spot there. Looked like he might end up on his back, and now
Look at that escape, though. But Hunter came. Well, interesting. If I'm not mistaken, like Jacob almost got into saddle position there, 411, but
this is a nice dominant spot that Jacob's landed in, but
yeah.
Hunter's come belly down again, back up to the
That's the
wrestling.
thing about the wrestling. Like, those guys can get out of some bad spots that we don't see the other guys get out of. It's hard to hold them down, which would be exhausting if you're not a wrestler like myself. It's so exhausting to try to hold those guys down. Now,
That's a big difference in the styles of a wrestler versus a jiu-jitsu guy. Jiu-jitsu guy is content to settle.
yes.
They will settle.
And they're calm and collected, and these guys
Wrestlers,
don't
though,
stop. Look
they
at that.
have
Nice.
that mentality. If you end up on your back, you're losing. Get up.
Yeah, man, look at this nice push.
And that's a great elbow push. Great job by Jacob keeping Hunter off him.
Double, I'd like to see good tight double unders here.
If he can get that game,
Yeah, look
there
there.
you go. Nice job by Hunter. And let's see if he can settle here. Keep him from bellying down on him.
Yeah. Yeah, these
And he can't.
4 minutes until overtime. Although he's almost got the back here. Hunter's got a good back control. I'm sure Jacob does too. These
Jacob
guys are
did a
good.
hell of a job recovering, getting back
Sure
to guard
did.
there. This is a great match. And I'm very excited to see if it hits overtime.
Yeah, and then there'll be two explosive guys in overtime, which is going to be nuts. But yeah, Jacob just tried to pull him into Ashley, which really actually kind of backfired on him. Just again, look how he's hiding his head there. So it's hard. That's why you don't see any attacks in the front, because he's doing a really good job. But Hunter's looking for a crucifix.
Yeah, and he's got it.
It does. Oh, look at that. These guys are amazing.
Slips right out of there, ends up in top guard. And we see for the first time Hunter settling for a second.
That's what I'm saying. This is the first time we've seen real guard play by Hunter. Normally they're straight up. But it looks like he's probably going to shoot an underhook and try to get up.
Well, this is an exhausting match,
It
too.
is. They don't look tired, but I would be.
Oh, I'd be done.
Yeah.
I'd have been done a long time ago.
Look at that. 3 minutes left. Now, Jacob's got a little head control there. Didn't really do much with it, but this would be a nice time for a Darce.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Japanese neckties right there, too. And this is the position for that Japanese necktie.
There
I don't
you
know
go.
if it's something he works.
Yeah, see, he does. Yeah. He's got all those positions here. Do you see Jacob getting a little tired, I think? Although he's probably using some jiu-jitsu, too.
He's in the worst spot of the match so far.
Yeah, but he's coming out on top again. He's very hard to control.
That body triangle's nice if you can climb him.
Yeah. There you go.
That's it.
Hunter.
Now Hunter's got him in a
I
basket.
just don't know if he can hold him there long. I've been that impressed with Jacob. To see, like
There he goes, back to guard.
I
as
think
you
when
said.
we get to overtime, I don't know how these guys are going to hold each other down either, right? I mean, there's 2 minutes
We may
left.
be seeing a sudden death round.
2 minutes left, guys. I think we will. I mean, that's the thing about high-level players is it's just very hard to get a good, clean submission,
Well, to quote Denzel Washington in Training Day, this shit is chess, not checkers.
Yes. That's a good guard pass there by Hunter, a good guard pass attempt, rather.
And, you know, we have Denzel Chapman on mic, and he's not said a word, and I'm upset about it.
I think he's busy watching this crazy grappling. They're all over the place. It's hard, really. We were already in the midst of talking, so we haven't shut up. It's hard to jump in there. Huh?
Denzel Chapman was supposed to face Hunter Jones himself.
Yeah,
but he was scared.
No, I was excited for that, but I actually had a death, so I wasn't able to go to it.
It was a good Darce. That one's tight.
That would have been a hell of a match, too.
One thing I will say is these guys, even though they're both high-level wrestlers, a lot of wrestlers you roll with, they roll with kind of heavy bag hammers. They are both very smooth.
Yeah, and like I said, they'll give up, you know, position. They don't play stupid, meaning like they'll give up a takedown to not give up jiu-jitsu, right? Like they know when they're in trouble. And they're not going to die on the sword just to prove who's the better takedown guy or whatever. But man, Hunter's gotten
bad
some good
spot
positions.
here.
Yeah. Beautiful 30 seconds.
And he's
man, I don't know
he's turning in. He's out.
Yep, 30 seconds though. Again, once we get to overtime, it's anybody's game, right?
I think Hunter has taken over in the last couple of minutes of this bout, though.
He definitely gets better as the time goes on. I know that
may be because Alderson is fading a little bit too. This pace is crazy to keep up, and not many people can sustain
10
it.
seconds. He's got a nice gift wrap there to end the round.
Heck of a match, guys. Heck of a match.
Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, high-level technical jiu-jitsu.
Look tired.
I'd be surprised if either one of these guys can submit the other one on the back escapes, but
that was 10 minutes of nonstop action.
that was crazy. I mean, honestly, what a match. What high-level competitors. This is two of the best people at 160, 170 that West Virginia has to offer. Well-rounded guys.
You got these two. You got Czar Parrish. You got Denzel Chapman over there. This is a very deep weight
We'll go to
class
sudden death.
of good talent in West Virginia.
Here we go. All right, here we started it. Just stole my pen, woman. Hunter looks like he's already out. He's out. So that didn't take much.
Open for the fastest escape time,
All right,
ladies and
we're already
gentlemen,
into the other
for a
one.
submission.
So again, this doesn't go by time. This is all by submission. And if you get another submission as they're coming out, meaning he switched to on.
Look at
Now he's going for a head.
He's in a bad spot here.
I think he's going to get that arm out because he's so slippery.
Nice job.
So unlike the last matches, this is what we're saying. They were supposed to stop when he got out, and then the first one went for a long time. Steal my pen back. I gotta watch these things. But anyway. So now we're into the armbar position. Sorry. This one's a little tougher. I think a lot of people practice getting out of back stuff. I don't know how much people practice out of getting out of arm bars, right? Good spiderweb position by Jacob.
I think it takes having somebody in the gym that's armbarring you all the time.
Well, exactly. You know, and the other thing is, probably neither one of these guys have competed in EBI rules that often. So unless you're competing in EBI rules, you're not practicing these positions.
So tell me, what would you choose?
Well,
if you had the choice of the back or the spiderweb position to escape, which would you choose?
To escape, I definitely go for the back, because once somebody's got your arm, it's pretty tough, right? Like that one's a harder one, just fighting off arm strength. Back, you can get your back flat. You can use a little bit more technique. They're tough, but you know, that's why everybody kind of chooses the back, I think, when they first go. We're using both regardless, but see, look, I mean, these guys are good, man. But into a triangle. So if he finishes the triangle, which he's probably not going to, looks like his foot's out, but then they're still going, right? So it's just, as long as the submission keeps going, look, I think he's trying to wrench it again.
He's got good control of the arm still.
Yeah, he can go back to triangle here. If he locks it up, he missed it. Good job. First points win, and as we saw, Jacob was getting tired last time, so.
Looks like Jacob's got a little blood under his eye.
Yeah.
You know, and it's looking like first takedown is going to get this, but last time
Points win. Got it.
last time we thought that as well, and we saw a guillotine come out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but he come back, and there's another
There it
guilty.
is.
It should be it, unless you're not going to call it. A lot of times listening to jiu-jitsu, I probably wouldn't have called that
That was
either.
in a scramble.
Yeah, I wouldn't have called it either. In wrestling, they do sometimes, but
Let's see if he can pass. He's real close.
Hunter's content to kind of
There
hang
it
out
is.
in the triangle position there, but
So how do you score that when a guy goes belly down?
nothing. I mean, that's exactly what he should do, right? Now, if, you know, Hunter needs to get some hooks in if he gets to the back, but they're in a wrestling thing again, and this is going to be tough because in jiu-jitsu we don't score takedowns too often on the knees. If I was, you know, Hunter and I was coaching him, not commentating, I'd actually have him get back up and try to get some takedowns here.
I think that's where he's got the clear advantage right now.
Yeah,
Jacob's tired.
exactly, and that's why I would get him to get back up, you know.
Right now, it's anybody's match.
It
In
is.
this position, it's such a scramble. And Jacob's a competitor. He knows that.
Hunter had a good crossface that he lost, but he is kind of coming out to the side here.
If Hunter could just settle onto the back.
But it's how tired. Look, he's pulling in for a triangle there, but it's, yeah, I don't think he really necessarily wants that triangle because he also could get taken down there.
I think his best bet is to try to get the back, get settled onto that back position. It looks like that's what he's
If he
doing.
can get that other hook in.
That'll be it.
Yeah, and Jacob looks tired. Look at him, kind of limping. He's going to limp there a little bit, which is also probably his escape. I mean, that's part of what he does. But
There it is. He's digging that second hook in, trying to find it.
Hunter could also, yeah, he gave it up. He gave both hooks
I'd
up.
like
He might
to
go ahead and stand up.
I would like to see him hang on to that seatbelt grip. Just try to
That's-
dig the back.
And we saw before Jacob had a good octopus guard, so it's good to watch that position. Go, you know, now would be a time to go full mount or do something here, get your points and get it. Pull up the other side, drop in the right hook.
It's close.
It's very close.
He's getting real close. There it is. No, the body triangle
he's
doesn't
got
count,
it.
does it?
No, but here comes the hook. It's in. It's in. 1, 2,
That's it.
3. He's got it. What a heck of a match, guys.
Great
Good,
job
ladies
by
and
Hunter
gentlemen.
Jones,
What a match!
but also a hell of a job by Jacob Alderson. First time we've seen him compete, and he's one to watch.
Yeah, that was a great match. Great.
Triple
Paul
overtime,
also
Hunter
suggested it.
Jones.
We talked about this
Out
a
of
little
Butch
bit
Hiles,
before.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu,
The
Charleston,
cool
West
thing about
Virginia.
grappling is